Did you know that even if you eat a whole pound, like if you have uncooked pound of either rice or beans or wheat or flour, if you eat the whole thing, that's not gonna even be 2,000 calories. That's not gonna be enough for one day if that's all you have. So, as many of you already heard, that this upcoming year we're really gonna have a problem with grains. You know, like the two countries that make the most grains are at war, and one of them is not gonna grow any grains probably because their, um, their land is all messed up right now. I mean, you can't grow anything like when it's unsafe to be there, right? And all those restrictions, what are they called? Sanctions and stuff that you know, where you can't sell or buy stuff from this or this country. It's not gonna make it any better. Also, in addition to this, all the fertilizer issues, that uh, farmers are gonna have this year because fertilizer is not enough to go around. So I figured this year, don't expect a big harvest from any farms, especially that China is like buying up everything they see. It's like that. Uh, what that game was it? Pac-Man or whatever it's called. Just grabs everything, eats everything that's in its way. So unless you have stuff in your house already, or you can grow something that's has lots of calories, um, you know, what are you gonna eat? Because if, in order to be well and have enough energy, you need 2,000 calories a day. And if you're doing any heavy work like heavy lifting or lots of running around, you probably need even more. Or if you're a bigger and taller person, you need even more. Or if you're a growing teenager from like 12, 13 to like 20, um, these people need even more calories and food than adults do. Um, I know because I'm raising chickens for many years, and I know when the chicken is like a teenager age, when it's like almost the size of a big chicken but not yet, they eat more than the grown chickens do. So same thing with people, teenagers, they eat more than the grown adults do because they're still growing, even though they're almost as big as adults, but they're still growing. So I hope you can see here I researched some grains and how many calories they have. Like white rice has a 1,656 calories per pound. That's if you eat a whole pound, that's how many calories you're gonna get. Beans, well, nobody eats a whole pound of beans cooked because, you know, you're just gonna have too much gas probably if you eat that much. But if it's all you have, it's better than nothing. Beans, 1,568 calories. Wheat berries, you can make flour out of them or just cook them like rice and eat it. 1,520 per pound. Wheat flour, the white flour in the bags that just normal flour, 1,651. Oats have the most, 1,765. Pasta has 1,683. So on average they have about 1,600 calories depending which one you're gonna eat, right? So I figured if you would get 1,600 calories from each of those things, um, you would need at least a pound a day. So a little bit more maybe. So I figured like for every person you need 360 pounds per year. And if we have 5 people in the family, that's 1,800 pounds. I don't have that much. Yeah. But also, in order to have more calories, you can buy stuff like lard to add, or butter, or to add to your grains when you cook them. They're gonna make them taste better. Also, sugar has a little bit more calories, so whenever you're baking something, um, you might be adding sugar. Oh, I forgot the vegetable oil. I think vegetable oil has around this many calories too per pound. So, like if you're cooking something and add vegetable oil, you can and also egg, meat, and milk have if it's like a fat milk, like whole fat or whole milk that doesn't have any stuff taken out of from it. These things have more calories than the grains do, but the thing is, these things are more expensive. Maybe except for the sugar, they're more expensive per pound also, and it's harder to like store them. Like butter, you need the fridge, and lard you can store by itself probably, but it doesn't last. I don't know. I never stored it for long enough. I have some, but it's I just recently I bought it. Eggs and milk and meat you can't really store it without fridge or freezer unless you buy it powdered, and if you already buy it powdered, especially like eggs and butter, it's more expensive than the regular um, thing. So even if you grow something in the garden like tomatoes, peppers, or cucumbers or stuff like that, these are good to have for your like extra nutrition, but they don't have lots of calories in them. Even those cans you buy, like green beans in cans or peas in the cans, I mean, we don't eat that much canned vegetables. So um, these don't have a lot of calories in them, and you buy a whole can and you only get like a small amount of stuff, and the rest is water, which most people just throw away. But I guess in desperate times you might be able to use it for something. But it still takes space. So that's why I prefer to buy the meat cans, because they don't take a lot of space and they have lots of calories per the amount of space they take, and they also make any meal taste better. So if you guys don't have 360 pounds of grains stored up per year per person, uh because if we're not gonna have enough grains for a year or two at least, because trust me, this year, this summer, there's not going to be enough to go around. And for us, like regular people, um, who are not in any kind of high positions or rich people or politicians or anything, we'll be the last ones to be able to get anything, because those people who are in power, they usually get whatever they need first before any regular people get. So while there's still rice and pasta and other grains that you like are available in the store, even though pasta is like all half empty in lots of places, especially Walmart's. Um, and pasta, not pasta, but like grains, they usually take less space per the amount of. It's like you can package them more compact than like canned fruits or vegetables. Also, that's why I have chickens and goats, because they can give me the protein kind of food, the kind of food that has lots of calories, like eggs and milk. And the goat milk has lots of fat in it, even though they don't eat any fat. So they probably get it from the grass and the grains they eat, their goat feed. So these would be, I mean, you can totally survive on these, or any, even any grain you can totally survive on it, but you'll be just barely surviving if it's like the same thing you have to eat every day. I also think the price of grains will go up once we, as every all people on earth, will finish up all the last year's harvest, the new year's harvest, like this, the harvest of 2022. um Probably gonna be very expensive, or it's just not gonna be enough to go around. And like I said, us normal poor people will not even might not even see it in the stores. So if you eat any of the grains, you need to make sure you have at least a year's worth, because uh, harvest is only once a year. If there's not going to be enough this summer or fall whenever they harvest it, we have to wait all the way till like summer 2023. That's if the next year will be better. So please guys, if you want to live and have enough calories every day, stock up on some grains. And right now most of them are still really cheap, less than $1 a pound. Like rice can be found, if you buy a big bag, can be found less than 50 cents a pound. Like I bought some rice I showed in my previous haul. It was like $9.99, like $10 for 25 pounds. That's because they didn't have a bigger bags, because usually when I bought the bigger bags before, it was $18.99 for 50-pound bag. So even if you buy like a 2-pound bag for $1, it's still better than not having it at all. And I know the dollar store prices went up, and it's like $1.25 for 2 pounds of rice. Is not is not that good price anymore. So my other places might be better, especially if you buy bigger bags. But I know for some people it's hard to lift anything that's like more than 10 pounds. So you might have to buy smaller ones. But I prefer to buy things in like 50-pound bags, just because it's cheaper. And because I need a lot, because I have 5 people in the family to feed. Not to mention 4 dogs and 2 cats and lots of chickens and goats. But, um, you know, that's why I buy 50 pounds cat food and dog food bags too. And chicken feed comes in 50 pounds. Well, pretty much any animal feed comes in 50 pounds. I had 75-pound goat feed before. That was heavy. Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Go stock up on whatever you can, because we need to have at least enough for the year, maybe two. Yeah, but try for the year first. Bye. Pink, go. Doesn't want to go. Go, Pink. Не тащи его, пускай поиграется.
Okay. Oh, it's raining a bit. He's gonna start getting like.
Is he scared of rain?
Yes, he hates water in general. Like you even go boom with your hand.
Thanks.
He goes
Oh,
crazy.
he's eating grass.
Oh my gosh.
It's raining, starting.
He's turning away from me all the time.
Lviv and Kyiv hit by missiles.
Uh-oh.
It's so nice of Eric in your shoes.
We just threw his grass on him.
Look, picture. Kitty.
Not more.
Hey, he wouldn't run with the leash though still.
He looks so his grass on his head. What the?
Why is his body like this? Look, he's still walking.
Oh, this is so weird. I hope the harness isn't too tight because like the
It's
neck
It's not.
is like way too like big for him.
Oh, he's eating grass
It's
again.
not. He just does. That's how
It's
cats
not
act when
enough
they're okay.
Look, he's going over the greenest patch.
Yeah, let him go.
Just like because normally when he like